In this video today, we're going to create the rim. So if you have not created the rim yet, you're going to start here. You can, if you're not up to this point, you're welcome to download my file. Otherwise, we'll carry on. So on the left side of the menu, what we want to do is we want to create a new part. So let's make sure that on the right hand side, you click the button that says Activate, the radio button on the wheel. Once you've activated the wheel, at the top you're going to go Assemble, New Component. Label the rim and ensure Activated is checked. Once that's correct, click OK. Drop down the arrow key on the rim and origin, and what we want to do is we want to be looking and creating a new sketch on the XZ plane. So I'm going to right click on this XZ plane, ensuring I'm inside the rim, and create sketch. Okay, we're now looking at the bike. Let's have a quick look. On the right hand side, you want to ensure that slice is turned on. Okay, notice that when I do slice, it shows the profile of the tire. See here, there's the tire, and without slice, you can't see it. Alright, let's look at this in a 3D view. So you can click on the home menu. Alright, so there's our bicycle that you can see there. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to create a sketch. We've already been creating a sketch, but we are going to create a sketch here, and we're going to be drawing it down towards the tire. So let's go back to our top view. I'm going to work on the back end of this. Alright, let's start by drawing a line from the origin, so that's this point here, and make sure you go on an angle. Okay. Dimension the line. The line should be 612.5 millimeters divided by 2. Once you've made that line, select horizontal vertical and give it a constraint. Let's try that again. Horizontal vertical on that line. Okay, so it doesn't want to work. Let's try that. There you go. Alrighty, once I've done that, what we want to do next is we're going to zoom in a little bit. Okay. We're going to change that line there into a construction line on the right. So that means it's a dashed line. So a pretend line we're going to use to help create something. Okay, next up we're going to use the line tool again. I'm going to click on this point. I'm going to go down 3.5 millimeters, 3.5. Okay, I'm going to draw another line from that. That was the end point of the big line, up 3.5 millimeters. Okay. Notice that they're equal. If I could have also just simply done line up and use the equal constraint and select the first line and the second line. Let's try that again. First line, and you got to make sure it's really highlighted in blue the second line. Okay, so they're actually equal now. Alright, what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to select this line here I've just created, and I'm going to change that to a construction line. I'm going to also hit escape and then carefully select the other line I just created and make that one also a construction line. It may help sometimes to create a point and place it at the very end. So that's kind of our first line we've made, and that's our second line that we have made. Alright, what we may want to do now is actually hide the tire so we can see just the sketch. So on the left hand side here, if your menu is collapsed, you open up the wheel, open up the tire, open up the bodies of the tire, and turn off the light bulb of the tire. Once again, inside the tire menu, we've turned off the body of the tire, but we want to turn back on the sketch for the tire. See that? So now I can see the sketch of the tire, but I can't see the body of the tire. And I've made my lines here. Alright, what I'm going to do now is rotate my view at the top right corner. Okay, and I'm going to go up to my Create toolbar, Project, Include, and I want to project, and I'm going to select this top line and select OK. And now I've got that line available to kind of see how I'm going to make the rim. Okay, I'm now going to use my line tool. I'm going to select this point of the tire. I'm going to go up, keeping in line with this this line here, and I'm going to type in 3 for the distance. I'm going to use my line tool again. I'm going to start at the end of the line I just made, making sure I'm on a 90-degree angle, and 90 degrees to this line, and I'm going to make that one 1 millimeter. Line tool again. I'm going to move down now. That's going to be a distance of 5. So let's zoom in a bit. If you don't have 90-degree angles in between, you can do the perpendicular, and you can select 2 lines and give it a perpendicular constraint. So it might give you an error down here if you've already got it. Okay, now down at my sketch here, I'm going to go down and draw another line from this point here up 4 millimeters. Okay, I'm now going to kind of create another little part, so I'm going to select this line and I'm going to go over a bit to about here. Anywhere is fine. On a slight angle up, I'm going to go back and select that line there. Okay, now what I want next is these 2 lines here to be perpendicular. And parallel. So I'm going to select parallel and select these 2 lines. Okay, I'm going to create a dimension. I'm going to select these 2 lines. I'm going to give that an angle of 70. Okay, now I'm going to use my dimension tool again. I'm not going to use dimension tool. I'm just going to drag out this point a bit there. Okay, and I'm going to use my dimension tool. Select this point and this point. And I need to make sure I move up. Let's try that again. That didn't work. Dimension, dimension. Alright, so that doesn't want to work, so let's just try dragging it out a bit further. Dimension. There we go. I'll move my mouse up, click to place it. That should be 2. And finally, I'm just about finished, but we're going to go from the... So we've got 4, we've got 2, we've got a nice long line. Okay, let's just double check that we've got it correct. Okay, that looks correct to me. Alrighty, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the mirror tool here. I'm going to select this line. So basically all parts of the rim that I've just created, so that's kind of my rim component. Aha, I see an error. So see how there's a bit there? I need to actually go and trim that out. So if you have that little bit, we'll cut it out. There we go. Let's try that again. And I can also see that this piece here, not quite in line with that. So I'm going to use my, let's use my collinear constraint. And that should be, let's see if I can get that to work. There you go. So I use coincident, and I pick that line and this point in this line, and that lined them up a bit better. Alright, so I'm going to select, let's try that again. I'm going to go mirror, I'm going to select all of our lines that we've just created. And I'm missing one line. Let's try that again. I need a line to go from here down. Perfect. A mirror, let's try that again. Okay, on the menu here, the mirror line, I'm going to select this line I've made here earlier, and you see it copies across, and I'm going to click OK. Now I got a whole enclosed shape. Okay, I'm going to finish my sketch now. Zoom out a little bit. Might even click on my home menu. You can see there's my rim. I'm going to go revolve. Okay. For my profile, I'm going to select this shape and this shape. Okay, for my axis, when you select the red line, you see the rim's going to rotate around. I'll click OK. Excellent. Alright, at the top, I'm going to click on the Activate toolbar, this menu here. So that's available. And underneath my wheel, so let's go look at that. So wheel, tire, I'm going to turn back on the body of the tire. Final part we're going to do today is go inspect and component color toggling. So you can see now I've got my blue, which is my tire, and the red, which is my rim. And let's make sure we save that to be complete.